Okay, sorry. All right, sorry. Yes, go ahead.
Do you guys have any questions?
Well, let me tell you, in case you don't know, these folks are in most of them are in my Tuesday night class, and some are from other classes, that is called From Beginning Photographer to Exhibiting Artist. This is their third session. In their 11th session, they completely fill up the gallery, usually to the point on the floor, to the point where you can't walk anywhere, and hundreds of people come here. What would you say to them, knowing where they are?
Places I've been, events I've been involved in, and I've been doing this now for 20 years, which is like crazy, but I just do it because I really enjoy it, and the opportunities have come along to show, but not that much, and that's not why I do it. I shoot because I love it, and one of the biggest things about getting to show your work is being social and good to work with and creating relationships with people who have spaces that hang work. So that's really, really important. I go to a lot of conferences and trade shows and things like that and meet people, and that's how you create those opportunities for yourself. So, you know, do the work you love and be passionate about it and be willing to talk about it to people.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yes.
How do you start your creative process? How do you decide to take a picture, or when do you decide to take a picture?
You know, it's tricky because sometimes I don't have that. It's a matter of sort of, for me, I'm not somebody who always has a camera with me and is always looking photographically, so I sort of have to decide and make time. And sometimes that means deciding what I want to shoot and finding that, and sometimes that means like taking a road trip and just wandering aimlessly and looking for what attracts me, but I have to really like put my photographic eyes on, and that's really difficult. Like I haven't been able to do that for a while, and I'm struggling because I want to take more pictures, but I have to get into that space. But everybody's different in the way that they do that. I know a lot of people who are just creative all the time.
When you decide to take a picture, how do you start your process? Do you pre-visualize your image or something like that?
Not so much. I mean, I'm a Holga photographer, right? Yeah. I do shoot with other cameras too, but when I'm doing this kind of work, there's not much that you can adjust or plan for. So if I see something that's interesting, I'll shoot it, and there might be some things that I can adjust, but there's not a lot that I can do. If you're working with a more precise camera, you can do more of that. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about your image. How do you think before you take the picture, or you just look at what you are seeing and you snap the picture?
A lot of times I'm reacting to what I see. Sometimes I'm looking specifically for something, or I'm going in search of a thing. But I don't, I'm not much of a planner. I don't set things up, you know, so I'm mostly reacting to what I see. I mean, you can tell that from what you see here, right? I'm mostly reacting to what I find in the world and what I see. And that's sort of just me, you know.
You get to travel around? Wait, she's very diverse.
Thank you. Yeah, these are from a lot of different places, but it's also over the course of 20 years, so it's pretty easy to go places in that time.
This might be a very silly technical question, but do you know what produced that ring?
Well, the Holga lens is just a single plastic lens. It doesn't have any coatings, so it doesn't have multiple lenses, and so it's just a crappy lens, and so that's, you know, it's just the flare on the lens. And like the fancy glass lenses have coatings on it that will stop the flare. Yeah, but that's the Holga doesn't have that.
Yeah, so if I wanted to make something like that, I should get a Holga.
Right, and then shoot into the sun, you know, which you're not really supposed to do,
No,
right?
we're not supposed to look at the sun either.
Right, and you can't see what you're going to get with the Holga. So I couldn't tell that I was going to get that perfect circle, so I took a few different frames looking into that, and it was kind of just luck.
It's just an effect.
Yeah. So You've been looking in the sun too much.
You know, like heat waves and
Right.
things like
You need to get a coating.
Right. Get your eyes clear. I have contact lenses, so I don't get that.
that's interesting.
Yeah, you won't really get that with a normal camera because they don't want you to. Yeah, the cheaper the lens, the more you'll get.
What about the white line that's here? Is that
So that's how I do my pictures. That's from cutting the print out with scissors. So
It's from what?
Cutting the print out with scissors. So the ragged edge around the picture is from a cardboard negative carrier that I use in the enlarger when I print in the darkroom. And then I take scissors to the print and I just follow that and cut it out. And then the black behind it is also photo paper, the same paper that I'm printing on. So I take pictures out into rim light and then process it and press them.
Just a frame.
What?
When you are printing, it's just a frame you are using to get that result, right?
It's the negative carrier, where I put the negative in the cardboard carrier and it prints down in that funny shape. Yeah, and then I dry mount the black paper onto foam core and I dry mount the print onto the middle of the black paper. So that's how you get that weird thing. And then I use spacers between the plexiglass because you should never have your picture touching the glass.
Okay. Any more questions? Thank you so much.
Well, have fun with your class and with your show. I don't live here. I wish I could see it, but have a great time.
Thank you.